In session 50 we will learn what is axisymmetric concept prerequisites for axis symmetry. So first, what is axisymmetry? Axisymmetric concept is when the model size can be reduced with negligible effect in the result. For example, every component can be symmetric. That is, if you divide the component in two equal parts, one part will be a mirror image of the other part, that is called as a linear symmetry. So if the component is symmetric, I don't have to solve the full model. If I solve only the half model, that is the half equal part, then I can get the same result as the full model. That is the meaning of axisymmetric concept. Now this concept has some prerequisites. It can only be applied if first the geometry symmetric. Second, the boundary conditions are also symmetric. Boundary condition means the loadings that you define. So if you define the force now, if the force are also mirror image, if you like mirror image the forces, and then you will get the forces on the entire structure. Then that can be used as a symmetry loading. So loadings have to be symmetric. We'll show you that with an example. Now there is one more thing you need to keep in mind. There is a small rule that can be used to define the symmetry, and that rule is in plane rotation out of plane translation. Now how to define this rule in the software that we will see in the next session. But for now you can simply write down this rule in plane rotation out of plane translation. Now let me explain the boundary condition that are symmetric using this example. So here in the figure you can see an example. This is a full component. Now if I try to divide this component using axisymmetric concept, you can see half model on the half model figure, and then there is one more model which is like only one strip of elements which is known as cyclic model. So these are the two different symmetries for this component. Half model means I can take this model and if I mirror it I will get the full component. Now same is true for the loading conditions. You can see the pressure that is applied on top on the full model. If I cut the model into two sections, the same pressure can also be mirrored to get the full loading on the full component, that is called as a symmetric boundary condition. Same goes for constraints as well. Now cyclic model means if I rotate this strip of elements according to a coordinate system defined at the center, which you can see as a red coordinate system in the figure, then I will get the full component. So cyclic model has even less number of elements. You can see the number of elements, the number of nodes in the bottom of each figure. So for full model we have a total of almost 14,000 number of nodes. In one half model we have exactly less number of nodes, that is the 7th of March 91. And then in a cyclic model, we have even less number of nodes, 778 only. Now if you solve these three problem statements with symmetry defined and in a full model without symmetry, you will get the exact same answers. Now of course, if you solve this cyclic model which only has 778 nodes, you will get the results far quicker compared to solving the full model with 14,000 nodes. So this is the advantage of get the same results while solving very less number of elements, significantly less number of elements. So now let me show you the results here. So if you see the results of full model, these are the results: displacement and stresses. Now the exact same displacement and stresses. You will also get one half model. So here you can see the results of half model. Exact same displacement and exact same stresses, again using cyclic. Exactly the same result. So this is the importance of axisymmetry, and it can be applied to a lot of components with a lot of same boundary conditions.